Today we're going to be looking at the Magic the Gathering cards that token decks hate. Oh my god, the tokens, they're going to cringe at these cards. I'm going to start off with Evacuation. It's a 5-mana instant, so put all the tokens you want on the battlefield. Double them if you want with Doubling Season. I don't care, because I'm going to return them all back to your hand. You know what that means? It means they're gone for forever, because the tokens, they can't go back to your hand. Okay, but we got many other great suggestions, like people like John. Oh, your favorite land, the Tabernacle. It's Tabernacle. It's the Tabernacle. It's not any Tabernacle. Every single time I look up Tabernacle at the Pendrell Vale, I can't find it because it's the Tabernacle of all of them. It is a legendary after all, so it's allowed to have the prefix. All creatures have at the beginning of your upkeep, sack this creature unless you pay one. So those tokens better be really unique and very few. Big beatdown tokens, but if there are if it's an army of little weaklings, no, they're not going to do it. Are you going to pay that 1 mana to save your 1/1 token? Probably not. Probably not at all. Next, we've got Islarf with Rakdos Charm. Whoops, not Rakdos, Rakdos Charm. Very charming of the Rakdos to blow someone in their face with a bunch of damage. The Rakdos Charm does 3 things. It's not bad. Rakdos Charm is a very underestimated, underrated card for 2 mana. It's an instant. You get to choose one. So it's basically, it could be considered a Rakdos command. Exile target player's graveyard. That's a good one. Destroy target artifact. That's also a good one. But also, each creature deals 1 damage to its controller. It's actually there is a small chance that you're just going to win the game with this card. Could it just be like Rakdos Charm you? GG. Would you like to play another one? You're not going to make that mistake again. Don't put as many tokens as you have your life total. You might get Rakdos Charm to death. Archangel with the Ether Snap. I think I remember what this card does. Oh, maybe not. I was thinking of a blue card. 5 mana for a sorcery. Remove all counters from all permanents and exile all the tokens. You know, I didn't see that. That was a bit of a plot twist at the end. It looked like an anti-proliferate card. I didn't know it was going to be an anti-token card as well. It's very specifically hating on the tokens. Where this came out in Darksteel. I don't know if tokens were even a problem back then, but you know what? They knew that they were going to make more tokens in the future. They were prepared, just in case tokens were going to get out of control. Well, they're going to snap them to death. We got a Kaya with a super chat. The Legion's End. I believe that works. So Legion's End is it's like an Oblivion Ring at a sorcery speed for black. Am I doing that correctly? I don't know. 2 mana sorcery, exile target creature an opponent controls with converted mana cost 2 or less. And just remember, the tokens, they're at 0. And all other creatures that player controls with the same name as that creature. So we're going to exile that creature and everything else with the same name. Then that player reveals their hand and exiles all cards with that name from their hand and graveyard. Well, here's the good news. There's a silver lining behind this. You won't have any tokens in your hand. If you do, that would be a bit weird. There has been some very rare situations in Magic where a token ended up in somebody's deck because the token sleeves were the same as the deck sleeves. Don't do that. Have other sleeves for your tokens from your deck. It's very, very important. Otherwise, you're going to have some really weird judge calls that you wouldn't expect. Argentina with Engineered Explosives. It's actually for that very reason I started playing this card a little bit recently. Yeah, it's an X mana spell, so we're going to go for 0. It's an artifact with Sunburst. That's okay, we're still playing it on 0. For 2 mana, sacrifice Engineered Explosives and destroy each non-land permanent with converted mana cost equal to the number of charge counters on your Engineered Explosives. Very likely, it's like a one-sided board wipe for your opponent. Not so one-sided on your side. Let's get bonus faceplant with the Pernicious Deed. Now we're getting all the for 0 cards. Okay, Pernicious Deed. It's a 3 mana enchantment. Pay X, sack it. Destroy each artifact, creature, and enchantment with a converted mana cost X or less. And that X can still be 0 and wipe out all your opponent's tokens. Also could be 1. You could wipe out the tokens and their 1-drops. Wipe out anything that's annoying you at a very low mana cost. What's very important is actually this card does not specific. There's like a lot of card types it doesn't mention. It doesn't mention Planeswalker. It doesn't mention Battle. What other permanent types that I might be missing here? So you can play Battles and Planeswalkers and then unload it for like 5 plus. Wipe the board, but keep your Planeswalkers dead. Keep your Planeswalkers there. Yeah, it's basically Seal of Card Against Tokens. Seal of Board Wipe, to be honest. John with the super chat. Titania's Song. Is she gonna sing the tokens good night? Titania's Song is a 4-mana enchantment. Each non-creature artifact loses its abilities and becomes an artifact creature with power and toughness, each equal to its converted mana cost. If Titania's Song leaves the battlefield, this effect continues until end of turn. That's a bit weird. Okay, so each non-creature artifact loses all abilities and becomes an artifact creature with power and toughness each. Oh, so is this like anti-treasure? I think is what you're. So it's anti-treasure. Yeah, I didn't. Honestly, it's like token decks hate these cards. I didn't say they had to be creatures. So it's anti-clue. No, it has to be anti. Yeah, it can be anti-clue, anti-food, anti-treasure. Yeah, it's actually a very unique way of blowing up those things. Yeah, anti-artifact tokens. Mutagen tokens now. We got anti-mutagen. We're gonna sing those mutagenic tokens to sleep. Next up, let's take. Oh, Christopher B has joined the chat. You always know when Christopher B is here. Christopher B will give us like 12 suggestions at once. Forced March. Are they marching to their death? Triple black and an X sorcery. Destroy all creatures with converted mana cost X or less. This card comes off as terrible to me. I mean, 3 mana to blow up all the tokens, I guess that's fine. It's a little bit more expensive than all the other cards. Certainly not a popular card. Destroy all creatures with converted mana cost X or less. I guess that was the best they could do at the time. I like the art though. You know what? I like this picture. This feels so classic. Too bad it's not a far more powerful card. But if you need to beat up the tokens, then it's still there for you. David Sampson with Kyrie. The Swirling Sky. That's your first choice, huh? Mercadian Mask power level. That's right. Man. I started playing in Masks block. Also, I started playing Mask block, and because of Richmond Import, I opened as much masks as I possibly could. I didn't know how much bulk there was in this set. So much bulk. I had so many briberies too. It was worthless. It was like 50 cents at the time. I think they all went to the garbage. Carry, the Swirling Sky is a 6-mana 6/6 Dragon Spirit. That's the spirit, you dragons. Big pun there. Flying, word 3. When Kairi, the Swirling Sky, dies, choose one. Return any number of target non-land permanents with total mana value 6 or less to their owner's hands. Any number of non... Oh my god! And then mill 6 cards. Then return up to 2 instant and sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand. But only when it dies. So, I mean, if it's going to go down, it's going to take all the tokens with it. All the tokens. No, it's modal. The first choice is the token stopper. When it dies, I only get to choose one here. What are you talking about? I think I read it properly. RIP spelling. Is it me or what? Hold on, was it the first one? No. No, there was no other Kyari. There was no other Kyari. Yeah, you're going down with me. That's right. Pyroclasm. Sort of. Yeah, I mean, you're Pyroclasm. It depends on the tokens, really. Because if they're big enough, then probably this card, they're not going to care about this thing. So this is anti-1/1 human token. Deal 2 damage to each creature. But honestly, this is not necessarily hating on tokens. Hates on a lot of other stuff. A lot of other stuff. And it doesn't necessarily blow up all the tokens. Chisaru with Aetherize. This kills off a lot of creature tokens. So we have a 4-mana instant, return all attacking creatures to their owner's hands. This is a got 'em. They don't see this card coming. I have been hit like with 3 Aetherizes from the same deck before. Believe it or not, I won the game. They didn't really because I wasn't playing a token. Oh no, was I? I might have had some tokens. They might have blown up some of my tokens because I attacked them with a Master of Waves. The way I said the comments. Okay, no problem. DJ Vinyl with the Ether Flash. Ooh, that's an old card. 4-mana enchantment. You know what's old when you see white border? Whenever a creature comes into play, Ether Flash deals 2 damage to it. Also, it's on a this. Okay, so this is. We'll have another. We need to have another category for the 1/1s that get blown up. Okay, so this is really punishing. All future tokens, small tokens, when they come to life, they instantly go to death, which is no problem. There's no problem for the person who's not playing the token deck. Leon Corgi with Ratchet Bomb. Ratchet Bomb. Interestingly, I have not played enough with this card. As much as this card does have so much useful utility. It's a 2-mana artifact. Tap, put a charge counter on your Ratchet Bomb, and tap, sack it. Destroy each non-land permanent with converted mana cost equal to the number of charge counters on your Ratchet Bomb. But you don't even need to put charge counters on it. Just play it for 2 mana, crack it, and goodbye tokens. Goodbye all the kitty tokens out there. Ratchet Bomb was 0. That is correct. That works. Dustin Newbie, Brotherhood's End. It's a board wipe. Oh, but it also destroys all the artifacts. Forgot about that. 3 mana, sorcery. Choose one. You can deal 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker, which should wipe out most of the tiny tokens. But destroy all artifacts with mana value 3 or less. Again, our mutagen tokens, treasure tokens, clue tokens, food tokens. We need a bigger list. What else? Blood tokens. What else? Maps. What am I missing here? There's a lot of artifacts out there, and they aren't worth squat. They aren't worth squadoosh. Gillum with Elish Norn Grand Cenobite. What? We have 7 mana vigilance. Other creatures you control get +2/+2. Other creatures your opponents control get -2/-2. I mean, it works. It works. It works against everything. It works versus me. It's not. But I mean, token players do hate this card. They hate it big time. What is this all about? Benjamin Berkey with the Void. There's a lot of voids in this game. Okay, hold on. We have to specifically look up the Void. There's only one. Okay, so this is 5 mana. It's a sorcery. Choose a number. Destroy all artifacts and creatures with converted mana cost equal to that number. Then target player reveals their hand and discards all non-land cards with converted mana cost equal to the number. So you can choose 0. This honestly seems like the least efficient way to deal with tokens because you're spending a lot of mana to hit 0. And it even has the second ability to rip out all cards with the same converted mana cost. But if you name 0, like, there is no chance that they still have 0 drops in their hand. They would have played them already at this point. We got True North A. Do you guys do Leyline of Singularity? We have not. But before we get into the Leyline of Singularity, we do got to thank our sponsor, FusionGamingOnline.com, my favorite place to get my Magic the Gathering cards, not to mention also my token-destroying cards. You need some engineered explosives or some ratchet bombs or a Leyline of Singularity, Fusion Gaming Online has got the inventory for you. Not to mention, they also have turtle cards. So if you need anything new from the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set, go check it out. Also, I will be there at the Fusion Open from March 21st to 22nd. They'll have Standard. They'll have Modern. They'll also have Commander. I think I better have my Urza deck ready. I'm going to debut my Urza deck at this Fusion Open, because I'm not going to play Standard. I will play Modern, though. But if you get any of your cards, don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases. And it supports the channel, of course. Thank you very much. Okay, let's talk about this Ley Line of Singularity. It is singularly insane. 4 mana for an enchantment. If it's in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it in play. And all non-land permanents, they are legendary. That means you can't have more than one of those tokens. So if you try, screw you, doubling season. So you can only have 1 map in play. You can only have 1 treasure. You can only have 1, what's it called? One with anything. Can't have more than 1 around here. So anyway, this is a fantastic card against token decks. Now they get at least 1, so they can't complain that they can't play the game. All right, if they start whining, well, I can't play the game. No, you can play the game. You have a singular 1/1. Make other tokens, damn it! Don't be a one-trick pony around here. This also means they can't use the treasures for mana because of state-based actions. Huh? Huh? I don't know. I don't understand that. They can't use the treasures for mana because of state. I don't get it. That one doesn't make any sense to me. But we'll move on. We got T. Corellius with Collector Roof. Oh my god. Good luck using your treasures. Or that big long laundry list that we talked about. 2 mana, 2/2. Activated abilities of artifacts can't be activated. Really should read activated abilities of your treasures, maps, clues, food, mutagens, blood. What are we missing here? We need a laundry list. Artifact tokens in Magic the Gathering. I want the whole list. Give me the whole list. Maybe we got everything. Interesting. I think I've named most of them. Oh, Incubator, Power Stone, and Junk. Okay, those are we also hit, yeah. Well, I think we hit them all. Okay, there's a lot of love out here for apparently pest control. How many people? Pest control here, pest control there, pest control everywhere. Okay, let's look up pest control. Pest control is a 2 mana sorcery. Destroy all non-land permanents with mana value 1 or less. That's a fantastic card. Also has cycling for 2, just in case you're not up against a token deck. You get a little action otherwise. William, did we do Upheaval? We have not. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can replay everything that you put on the board except your tokens. Return all permanents to their owner's hand. You know, I wonder if some people might look at Upheaval. Let's say you're new to the game and you see that this card is banned in Commander. It's banned in Oathbreaker. You might come to the conclusion, like, wow, this card must be really powerful. Maybe it's too oppressive versus the token decks. You might come to that conclusion. You would be a great show. A great show might be like, I need to find someone who barely plays this game and just showing them like the ban list and telling that, or like cards that are banned. Like, can you guess why this is banned? That might be an interesting show. But you need to find like a kitchen tabletop person that like doesn't engage with Magic outside of that. So it'd be pretty difficult. Next up we got Kemball. We have a few Kemballs. We got one from Kevin. We got one from Hexenord. Kemball, Profiteering Mayor. Trying to make some money as a mayor. Probably taking a lot of bribes over there. We have a 3 mana 2/4 Human Advisor. Whenever 1 or more tokens enter the battlefield under your opponent's control, for each of them, create a tap token that's a copy of it. This ability triggers only once each turn. Damn! Whenever 1 or more tokens enter the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. It's funny. I could still see this card getting completely run over by token decks, but yeah, you're giving me, if you get yourself value, you're going to give some of that value back over here to me. That's basically how it works. William says, another channel does Staple or Stinker, where Yu-Gi-Oh! Pros have to decide whether nuanced cards are good or bad. I know there's a ton of those. There's a lot. I understand there's a lot of like Yu-Gi-Oh! Tubers. The Yu-Gi tubers ask Magic players about Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, and it works vice versa. I'm just curious the perspective of an actual Magic the Gathering player. Why would this be banned? Or just get a complete noob. Okay, next up, we've got... Oh, Christopher B says, would you ever do the standard TCG content creator thing and bring in someone from another game, bedazzle / confound them with this one? Do this... Oh, I see. Not really. You know what? I mean, I know a lot of people do it. I knew it's a really hot topic in Magic the Gathering, but I never had any impulse to do it. That's all. I could never tell if I was also going to be too late to that idea, because I think it's still running pretty hot. It's still doing a pretty good job. Marcio with the Steel Hellkite. Steel Hellkite is a 6-mana 5/5 dragon flying, and also for 2 mana, this creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. And for X, destroy each non-land permanent with mana value X whose controller was dealt combat damage by this creature this turn. Activate only once each turn. Now, this is a little expensive for blowing up all the tokens, but you will destroy all the tokens. You get to destroy each non-land permanent with mana value X or less. I pay 0. I can only activate once, but that's okay. I only need to activate once, and that's all I need to do. Paul Anderson says, Magic has gone way downhill to focus on Commander and Universes Beyond. In other words, Wizards of the Coast greed. It has been Wizards of the Coast greed for many years. For once, it's actually slightly backfiring. Only for competitive Magic, though. The rest of Magic is doing quite fine. Fan Factor! Day of Black Sun? Take that, indestructible token. Oh, so we're not even just blowing up regular tokens, also indestructible tokens. Double black X. Each creature with mana value X or less loses all abilities until end of turn. Then we're gonna destroy those creatures. They will never survive. Does anyone play an indestructible token deck? This feels like a lot of work to me. Fan Factor, will you ever join your fellow Canadians loading ready run with their playing AI gen cards? Very, very unlikely. Much respect for them. I have significant doubts I'll get an invite to those things. But you know, all very much respect to their AI adventures. They don't do a huge bunch of AI stuff, but happens a little bit once in a while. Okay, we have Chris Bonehead with Authority of the Okay, hold on. Authority of the Consuls. Ruins sacrifice at end of turn strategies? Does it? Creatures your opponents control enter tapped. Whenever a creature an opponent controls enters, you gain 1 life. I don't understand how it ruins sack at the end of turn token strategies. I have no idea what you're talking about. Are you talking like sacking it like with Goblin Bombardment to ping for 1? Because otherwise I'm gaining 1 life anyway. It's the only thing I can understand. But what Authority does do is it's going to prevent the opponent from having like a bunch of blockers. So like anything that creates tokens or creates creatures that made tokens for blocking, well, they can't block anymore. They're in a lot of trouble. Okay, we got Marcio. Thank you very much for your super chat. Trespasser's Curse. Ooh. We have a 2-mana Aura Curse. Enchant player. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under enchanted player's control, that player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. And the token, all of a sudden, the token player is like looking, How much life am I gonna lose? Is this worth it? Start scratching the head. I need to gain some life to pay some life around here. Next, let's get Engineered Plague by Mercenary. Yeah, it'll deal with the 1/1s. 3-mana enchantment. Comes into play, choose a creature type. All creatures of the chosen type get -1/-1. Usually where there's one token, there's many of the exact same creature type. We've got... Oh, authority. Okay, Christopher B says 40 seconds pound. Authority ruins temporary tokens. Oh! I didn't think about that. The tokens that, like, you get a token. I honestly... Like, I very loosely know that they exist, because I can't think of a single card that makes a temporary token. Or do I? I guess, like, tokens made from a Kiki Jiki. I see. Yeah, that works for me. Yeah, that works. It's not bad. It works. Shut down Kiki Jiki strategies. Oh, and Myriad and Encore. Oh, see, you Commander players, you know what's up. I would never have thought about that at all. Emperor says, unrelated, sorry. Okay, well, you said sorry in advance, but I was playing a game and came across a picture of someone who looks almost exactly like you. Meme potential? How can I best send it to you for your approval? You can submit it in my Discord. You could tag me on Twitter. You could email me. I think my email's in the description. Whatever you want to do. As long as I get it. Facebook Messenger also works. Okay, we go Toilet Duck with Massacre Girl. Makes all the 1/1s die due to 0 toughness and basically snowballs from there. It might end up like wiping everything out. So for 5 mana, 4/4 Menace. When she enters, each other creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. When a creature dies this turn, each other creature than Massacre Girl gets -1/-1 until end of turn. So basically everything's gonna die except her. Because if you wipe out like 5 1/1s, then you're gonna get one of these triggers for all those other triggers. Anyway, I don't know if anyone's played with or against Massacre Girl, but it's a billion triggers that I just try to get through as quickly as possible after my board is completely wiped. Mapius, Caverns of Despair. We're getting in desperate chat. Okay, this is a 4 mana world enchantment. I keep forgetting these exist. All players may attack with no more than 2 creatures each turn and block with no more than 2 creatures each turn. Well, that advantage of tokens been cut a little short. Oh, this is part of the reserve list. This is a very powerful reserve list card. Can't block with more than 2 creatures either. But it's all players, actually. It affects everybody. So if I have a super menace creature, you screwed. Like if I attack with that troll. What is that? The troll? A troll of Kazakh Doom, I think. You can't block except for with... You need 3 creatures to block, but then you're not allowed to block with 3 creatures, so you screwed anyway. Back with Ghostly Prison. Oh, yeah. Try and get through this. It shouldn't have 1. It should have like a million creatures there. 3 mana enchantment. Creatures can't attack you unless their controller wants to pay 2. For each creature they control that's attacking you. You have 100 tokens. So do you want to pay 200 mana? No, you can't. You only have 12 mana. That is good enough for only 6 tokens. You got to pay the price around here. Next, we got a super chat from Pacers Fan Forever. Thanks so much, Pacers Fan Forever. Massacre Worm. Not girl, Massacre Worm. This worm, 6 mana, 6/5. When it enters, creatures your opponents control get -2/-2 until end of turn. Now, when a creature an opponent controls dies, oh my god, that player loses 2 life. They're gonzo. I mean, they're gonna just die to this thing. Forget the tokens. Take a look at their life total. Mapius is like Ghostly Prison. Kind of looks like Swords of Revealing Light to me. Oh, the Yu-Gi-Oh card. Swords of Revealing Light. Sort of does the same thing in some capacity. Okay, we're gonna look at more of these token hating cards, but we gotta thank our other sponsor, Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards on Magic Online. Play any deck, any format you want digitally. You know, all your favorite paper formats. You've heard of Commander, you've heard of Modern, Legacy, Vintage. In addition to Pioneer and Standard, you can play them all on Magic Online. And you can play all formats when you're renting the cards with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using coupon code Nikachu_649 to get 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription. It's good value. It's good value. And it's good fun, too. All right, next up. Aoli, Washington, Villainous Wrath. We have a 5-mana sorcery. Target opponent loses life equal to the number of creatures they control, then destroy all creatures. Whoops, sorry. Comment is blocking the card. Target opponent loses life equal to the number of creatures they control. That could be that could be a one-shot kill. They may not survive. They may not survive that. And then even if they do survive, they're gonna lose all their creatures anyway. We just did Massacre Girl, Epic. No, we just did Massacre Girl. Marcio here with a super chat. Are we forgetting Rakdos Charm? We're not, because we did it. We did that card already. We're gonna donate your super chat, Marcio, to I was about to say Epic Nate, but we did that card already. Oh, there we go. Something very innocent, very honest. Echoing Truth. I'll give you a super chat sound effect. The truth! You can't handle the Echoing Truth. 2-mana instant. Return target non-land permanent and all other permanents with the same name as that permanent to their owner's hand. Now, there is a caveat with this specific card, or cards like this that target one thing and then wipe out everything else with the same name. If you just counter... If the player, the token player, just kills their own creature that you're targeting, then Echoing Truth fizzles and you get nothing. You get nothing at all. We got Ferginka with the Cavern Horde Dragon. Let's fight fire with fire. How does that work? What do you mean? Does it make tokens? So we have 9 mana for a 6/6 dragon. Costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest number of artifacts. And artifacts and opponent controls. So if you've got a lot of treasures, clues, mutagens. What's the stupid list that we made? Hold on, I got the list here. Treasures, clues, food, blood, incubator, map, power stone, and junk. Got a lot of that stuff. It's going to cost us 2 mana. It's a good price. Flying Trample and Haste, and when it deals combat damage to a player, you create a treasure token for each artifact that player controls. You got all these artifacts. Well, I'm gonna make a little bit of treasures myself around here. Make a few little treasures myself. Navinral's Disc. I don't really want to count something like this because it basically wipes everything. You're not wrong, but it doesn't feel very anti-token. It's anti-everything on the board. Very anti-everything on the board. Next up, we've got Charging Badger, Legions to Ashes. I don't know how to spell ashes around here. Legions to Ashes is a 3-mana sorcery. Exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls and all tokens that player controls with the same name as that permanent. Excellent! Very similar problem, though, as Echoing Truth. You respond to it by killing your own creature. You get nothing! You get a whole 0 out of your card. It's just a funny way to interact with this. Okay, T. Corellius with the super chat. Suture Priest? Nope, we haven't done that one. No, we're not going to donate the chat. You get the whole thing, T. Corellius. This is a 2-mana 1/1 Phyrexian Cleric. Now, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain a life. But whenever a creature enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, you can have them lose 1 life. It's going to put a lot of pressure on them. A lot of pressure on their life total. The more life they lose, the less tokens they can afford to even create in the first place. Elixir. We did Leyline of Singularity, but we didn't do the Dogged Hunter. Whatever that is. Dogged Hunter is a 3-mana 1/1 tap. Destroy target creature token. Oh my, this card is so bad. Isn't this like the worst card? No, don't get me wrong. The token decks are gonna hate this. It literally all it does. Now, I think at the time that Odyssey came out, there were bigger tokens, like things from like Call of the Herd. So this card was like pretty. it was good in its block constructed or even draft environment, but this should have been in the worst hate card show. Yeah, this would have been really, really bad. 3 mana. Just imagine like destroying one treasure. Destroy one treasure. 1/1/1. Very, very weak value. Steve Cooper's like, it's usable, I guess. Well, if you can find some use for it, go for it. Next, Steve Cooper with Bloodroot Apothecary. Am I pronouncing this right? Apothecary? Feels wrong. 3 mana for a 3/3 Squirrel Druid. Toxic 2. When Bloodroot Apothecary enters, you and target opponent each create a treasure token. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-creature token, that player gets 2 poison counters. Oh my god. That's strong. This card is toxic. Very, very toxic. Super. I pronounced it right. Apothecary. That sounds terrible. Michael Ng, Call the Herd and Roar the Worm were prevalent back then. Oh yeah, the token destruction. Take that, Call the Herd. I got the counter to you. It was a big problem at the time too. It's an awkward sounding word. I agree. Pacers fan forever with none other than the Silent Arbiter. Oh, this is the card that says you can only attack with 1 creature. 4 mana, 1/5. No more than 1 creature can attack each combat. No more than 1 creature can block each combat. Now, honestly, the second line actually helps the token decks. Like, you can only attack with 1 thing. And assuming it doesn't have trample, I can chump block for days. It's just if I need to be on the attack, or if the token deck needs to be on the attack, that would really suck. Outside, it's okay. We got Superfield Krun with Crafty Cut Purse. The 4 mana 2/2 human pirate with Flash. Ooh, stealing things at instant speed. When Crafty Cut Purse enters the battlefield, each token that would be created under an opponent's control this turn is created under your control instead. This is like the ultimate card. When Crafty enters the battlefield, each token that would be created. Oh, it's just this turn, but you know what? This plus blinking, your opponent isn't allowed to have any tokens. Period for you for the end of time. Islarf says Flash Silent Arbiter in before blockers. What? What? Okay, well, next up we got Durza the Dark with Hollowed Moonlight. Look at that, Moonlight. Oh yeah, this was an anti-token card, wasn't it? We have a 2 mana instant. Until end of turn, if a creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile it instead. Oh wow, I really wish I had that ability on a Merfolk. I have a Merfolk that says, until end of turn, if a non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile instead. This is so much better. You can hit like Crashing Footfalls. You can hit cat tokens from whatever that Oscillate Pride, and so on. Jeff with the I think we didn't do Perplexing Test. Perplexing Test. You're gonna be confused. It's a 5 mana instant. Choose one. Return all creature tokens to their owner's hand. Wow, they are literally hating on them. It's just literal hate. RIP tokens. Return all non-token creatures to their owner's hand. Oh, you have the choice. Screw over regular creatures or creature tokens. All works the same way. T. Corellius says, on the topic of tokens, has anyone died to Infinite Storm from Chatterstorm? Yes, actually. Not even Infinite. It was just a big Chatterstorm. Didn't it get banned? I think it got banned in Pauper. Yeah, it got banned in Pauper. It was too strong. Had to go to the ban list. Sorry about that, Chatterstorm. No, I died to that card many times. It's not particularly difficult. Felicia, Crisis of Conscience. Crisis of I use Crisis of something. I don't know how I was misspelling it, but for some reason I couldn't find this damn thing. 6 mana sorcery. Choose one. Destroy all tokens. Or you can destroy all non-land, non-token permanents. The tokens or the non-tokens? I guess we're going to blow up the tokens. Oh, were the Daleks? I think they were Dalek tokens at the time. The Daleks. They were robots. They're literally robots. Not figuratively. First time we had actual... I don't even know if they were considered robots. Or if they were just considered Daleks or some nonsense like that. You already got a card here. Do you know what NCY means? Or maybe you no, I got your card already. You're going back in line now, Durz. Now you're in the no 2 card no N2CY, just like Benjamin Berkey over here. And because of Benjamin Berkey, I'm gonna look up this. Okay, Sabo's decree. What does Tsabo say to all of us around here? Tsabo had some things to say. It was 6 mana, instant. Choose a creature type. Target player reveals their hand and discards all creature cards of that type from it. Then destroy all creatures of that type that player controls, and then they can't be regenerated. It's another one of these cards where... Oh, no, maybe we can hit some things from hand. So there could be... Yeah, we're choosing a creature type. So there could be, like, soldier creatures in play, soldier creatures in hand. There could be sapperling creatures in hand and sapperling creatures in play. For Ginka, technically they are aliens in a suit of armor with the Daleks. The Daleks sound like they're diblicking around here. Okay, Hinaria with Knight of Soul's Betrayal. I used to hate this card. 4 mana. All creatures get -1/-1. Not even the tokens. Wiped out a lot of my 1 toughness creatures at the time. Oh, Elves is a great one. Yeah, kill all the elf tokens and elf creatures with the Tsabo's Decree. Emperor, are mass damage cards counter, or do they specifically need to mention tokens? No, they don't have to mention tokens, but it's got to be inside. It's got to be a card that's like, okay, this card is like pretty good versus tokens versus like just being generically good. Like I'm not gonna count Nevinral's Disc that was mentioned earlier because that destroys everything. But I might counter Earthquake. Because you could Earthquake for 1 or 2 instead of going mass big, you know what I mean? Something like that. Rin with March of the Machines. Time for them to march. I don't know what diblicking means, but that sounds not safe for. Are you serious? You don't ever attend the AI streams? It's a completely made up word. You can't be serious. You can't be serious, Islarf. But maybe you never show up to the AI streams. Okay, March of the Machines is a 4 mana enchantment. Each non-creature artifact is an artifact creature with power and toughness, each equal to its converted mana cost. Oh, so everything's gonna become part of its mana cost, but then it dies because it's a token. They got no mana cost. Media asks, what does NCY mean? It means no card yet. Do you know why? Because I want everyone to have a chance and opportunity to be on the show. So if you say NCY first, then I will prioritize you over everybody else when trying to get you on the show. You, in fact, didn't diblick enough around here. I didn't. Yeah. No diblicking around. Argent. Kataki's War's Wage. Oh my god. That's probably pretty good versus those treasures. 2 mana for a 2/1. All artifacts have at the beginning of your upkeep. Sack this artifact unless you pay 1. Probably really very, very frustrating. You did it. You made it perfect. Okay, well, before I get to you, I want it. So all artifacts. So that must be really awkward to save the treasures. You're going to pay real mana to save your treasure. Or maybe you might actually spend half your treasures to pay for the other half of the treasures with Kataki's War's Wage. Very, very puts the treasure players in a very awkward spot. Okay, we got My Dia Star Dream. You did it. You did it perfectly. Of Black Sun. Oh, but there's a problem. I think we did. Did we do this? We did this card already. That's the only problem. But I'll tell you what, you still get a no card yet suggestion, so you keep suggesting cards. That's the awkward thing when you show up 75% way through a show. There's an unlimited number of tries. That's how it works around here. Unlimited. Okay, Quill quick card with Light Mine Field. It sounds like a card you can't have more than 2 of on the battlefield. So 4 mana enchantment. Whenever 1 or more creatures attack, Light Mine Field deals damage to each of those creatures equal to the number of attacking creatures. What the hell did I just read? Whenever 1 or more creatures attack, this thing is going to deal damage to each of those creatures equal to the number of attacking creatures. Okay, so that really sucks for the 1/1s, because there's like no number of creatures you can attack with that isn't going to damage all your creatures. Deals each of those creatures. Then if you attack with 1/1/1, it'll still get picked off. Interesting card. Very, very interesting card. Very constricting. TW Sonia with Illness in the Ranks. Illness in the Ranks is a black enchantment. Creature tokens get -1/-. Oh, this is specifically the tokens. Did we do this one? I can't remember if we did this one already. There's a lot of these -1/-1 enchantments that we did. I don't know if we did this one though. That one's that one's a beating. Specifically screw over the token decks. It says so on the card. They're coming for you. Quill quick card says, I love Light Mine Field. Almost nobody expects it, and yet it's extremely oppressive. It's got ghostly prison vibes to it. Very ghostly prison vibes. Except you pay with your creatures' lives, I guess. This should see modern play. This probably should see modern play in some capacity. Next up, we've got Voltland, the Void Winnower. Does that actually change anything? Void Winnower. Can't remember. 9 mana for 11/9. Your opponents can't cast spells with even converted mana cost. 0 is even. Your opponents can't block with creatures with even converted mana cost. But they can still attack with them though, making it a little bit awkward. Jokar says, have you been skiing in the sun, or am I imagining the slight skiing glasses on your face? No, I mean, I was in Florida for a week. I don't feel like I got tan very much. I literally went outside like once because it was so cold. The 1 week I go down there, but I got like a smidge of sun. So my sunglasses, you're probably seeing my sun. That's amazing that you see that. I don't even see that myself. You see me more than I see me. So I had my sunglasses. Ain't that a card in pre-modern or something? Void Winnower? Illness in Ranks? This is too new. Even though this card is very old. It's 13 years old, but it's too new for pre-modern. Illness in Ranks. Sorry, Engineered Plague is a pre-modern card. Engineered Plague. And Hexenor's Durz is like, yeah, I can kind of see it. What do we got here? Who else has no card yet? Maybe everyone's got a card. Or maybe Emperor doesn't have a card. Exocrine is a token board wipe if they're low power tokens. Total board wipe if they're bulky tokens. You get to choose, huh? 3 mana X. Oh, where's Adaptus? This is a 40k card. This is totally an Adaptus level card. 2/2 with Ravenous, and it's got Bioplasmic Barrage. When Exocrine enters the battlefield, it deals X damage to each player and each other creature. Oh, I see. So it can... This creature enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. If X is 5 or more, draw a card when it enters. With X +1/+1 count. Oh yeah, because it has X. So it's like an Earthquake, basically. Earthquake on a creature. That's how it works around here. Eric is being very honest here. I don't have a card, but I haven't suggested one either. Well, it's quite the pickle now, isn't it? Dingleberg with Propaganda. The blue ghostly prison. I don't like this art. It's just creepy. I like the original more. There's like a car. Oh, there's other arts for propaganda. There's a lot of propaganda arts. What is this? It's so weird. It's Karn. Karn doesn't even really attack. Also, Karn can totally afford it. Yeah, also, yeah, this isn't AI generated MTG. We define the X in here. We absolutely do. T. Corellius. Imagine a show inverse of this. Cards that help tokens. We'll be here all week. I didn't think about. I like that. You know what? Why don't we do a show like that? I'm gonna put that in my. I'll put that in my calendar. We can do that in like. We'll do that in 2 weeks. Cards that tokens love. The opposite for all the token decks out there. Oh, we'll even call it weird cards. It has to be like unusual cards that tokens love. I like the suggestion. Spectral Maniac, Culling Ritual. There's a 4-mana sorcery. Destroy each non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. And then you get to add a black or a green for each permanent destroyed this way. Good. It's good destruction. Also could be considered ramp. There's a very weird ramp. Find ramp in the weirdest places sometimes. Okay, what's Christopher? What is this? Terror Tide from Christopher B. 4-mana sorcery with Fathomless Descent. All creatures get -X until end of turn, where X is the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. It's not really necessarily token related. I also don't know how much you can control the stuff in your graveyard. Very, very weak suggestion. Although I know you have a billion other suggestions over there. Lord Jarek says the Netherborn. What is this? Netherborn Phalanx. 6 mana for a 2/4 horror. Now it comes into play. Each opponent loses a life for each creature they control. That's right. Token players looking at their board. Oh, this is gonna cost me a lot. It's gonna cost me a kidney. Also, you can transmute it, so it actually has a lot of value there. Also, it's very strong versus token decks. Also, very just strong in general. You could even transmute. What can you get for a card the same mana value as this card? Oh, that's ugly. The 6 mana. Are you gonna go get Grave Titan? Grave Titan. Kelduin's Cyclonic Rift. We actually have not suggested that card. Cyclonic Rift. That's one of those cards that sometimes people shy away. Oh, I need to upgrade my Cyclonic Rift to this art. I really like this art. I never really liked the original art. Ugh, this one's like $41. What's the original at? 31? Plus, well, with the trade-in bonus at Fusion Gaming Online, maybe I can make it work. Anyway, 2 mana, return target non-land permanent you don't control to its owner's hand, or you could overload it and bounce it all back to their hand. They're just screwed in general. Steve Cooper says, we did a best, worst token generators, biggest tokens that make token babies show. I'll look at what we've done, see what we can work with around there. We got Kathan Griffin with the Ink Shield. Is it like a jellyfish? Oh no, it's not a jellyfish at all. I was thinking of like a blooper, spitting the ink, the black ink, like in Mario Kart. That's what I think of when I think Ink Shield. Okay, this is a 5 mana instant. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to you this turn. Now, for each 1 damage prevented this way, create a 2/1 white and black Inkling creature token with flying. So this is like another one of those fighting fire with fire. For each token that you attack me with, well, I'm going to get a 2/1 token to block with next turn. Or maybe even just win with. You attack me with 30 tokens, I got 32 ones. Good luck blocking all those things. We got Angbata, Goblin Sharpshooter. Oh, you know what? It sort of works, doesn't it? Because you, for 3 mana, it's a 1/1. Doesn't untap during your untap step, but whenever a creature dies, you untap it. So you tap, deal 1 damage to target creature or player. You deal 1 to the 1/1. Or even the 2/1 Inkling creature that just got generated. It dies, it untaps, and you can keep tapping and untapping and shoot all the 1 toughness creatures till they're all gone. Until they are all dead. GM with Peacekeeper. Gotta keep the peace. Alright, for 3 mana, during your upkeep, pay 2 or bury it. Creatures cannot attack. I will actually say this card doesn't count, because it's not necessarily hating on tokens. It's got a hate on token. This is like hate on all creatures. Too generic. A smidge too generic. Anyone else who doesn't have a card yet? And by the way, you can always suggest another card. Unlimited number of suggestions. Just like my how do I pronounce this name? My Dia Star Dream. I know I can get the Star Dream part. Avatar. So Avatar's Wrath. We did not do this one. Avatar is going to have a very furious wrath. A 4-mana sorcery. Choose up to 1 target creature. Then airbend all other creatures. Exile them. While each one is exiled, its owner may cast it for 2 rather than its mana cost. Well, I'm sorry. Sorry, tokens. You won't be casting at all because you can't be cast, period. You're just gone for forever. Until your next turn, your opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. Then exile Avatar's Wrath. It's okay. Avatar's Wrath is going to get exiled with the rest of your tokens. Fair deal. Except it's not. A Blackbird with Archfiend of Ifnir. This is another card. This is another card on my top 10. I hate this card. I hate this card existing. 5 mana for a 5/4 flyer. Now, whenever you cycle or discard another card, put a -1/-1 counter on each creature opponent's control. It can also cycle itself. Just media in English. Oh, media Star Dream. Okay. Thanks so much. Let's see. Hinari is like, I love the Archfiend. Of course. This used to be a good living end card. Anyway, it usually just wipes me. I don't like the whole... I don't like these one-sided, non-symmetrical cards. So it just wipes me out. But then again, I guess if it was symmetrical, it wouldn't see play, period. Needs a little juice in there. All right. Didn't you get a card already? I swear you got a card. Okay, I'll give you another one. Heaven and Earth. In the beginning. Oh God, there's an asteroid coming right for us. This is in the beginning, this is probably what started the Earth. We smacked and killed all the dinosaurs. Clean slate for the humans. Okay, green X instant. Heaven deals X damage to each creature with flying. Well, what about everything that hits the Earth? Oh, I guess it's just hitting all the birds. Wow, why were they in the way? You stupid birds, get out of the way. Let's rotate this card. Also, we have Earth, double red X. Aftermath. Earth deals X damage to each creature without flying. Ah! I feel like this is not tokeny enough. Oh no, okay, sorry. Actually, both sides are actually pretty good. Okay, it's an X spell. No, that works. That works for me. Get rotated, idiot. Yeah. It's the Yamcha crater. Jordan with Ether Flash. Oh, we did this one. Sorry about that. We've done this one. Who am I missing here? Olga says, I think a one-sided effect for a niche mechanic like cycling is fine. Yeah, it is. I'm just salty. I'm just being salty, you know. I'm airing my grievances on the internet over this card. You know, even though it sees no play right now, I still don't care. Superfiend says, this card would be named Heaven to Earth given Aftermath conventions. Could be. Okay, okay, I'm gonna choose someone at random for our last card. Okay, what do we got? Argentina with Portcullis. What are we going on? What's going on here? 4-mana artifact. Whenever any creature comes into play, if there are 2 or more other creatures in play, set that creature aside. If Portcullis leaves play, put the creature into play under its owner's control. What? I assume it gets exiled or something. Whenever a creature enters, if there are 2 or more other creatures on the battlefield, just period? Exile that creature? Whenever a creature enters, if there are 2 or more other creatures on, like combined between the players, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control when this artifact leaves the battlefield. I don't get this. Creatures which are phasing in will not trigger this card's ability. If a creature that triggers... This is confusing. If it's just one person, like I can't have more than 2 creatures. If it means I can't have more than 2 creatures in play, I understand that. But the whole board can't have more than 2 creatures? Exile the token. And no, the token never comes back. I totally understand that part. I'm just wondering, whenever a creature enters, if there are 2 or more other creatures on the battlefield, exile that creature. So if I'm playing a game of Commander and I have 2 creatures in play in Portcullis, but no one's allowed to play creatures, isn't this just like OP? It's the whole board. Why is this card only $1.47? This card looks outrageously oppressive. Like, just outrageously oppressive. Prime example of this game wasn't a multiplayer game to me. Yeah, in the beginning. Yeah, I know, it sounds like an unset card. Bounce that creature and you are the only guy with creatures. I mean, I guess that's how it would work. Like, so, like, removal is at a premium? How is this $1.50? I mean, maybe I've come across this card before. This card seems just so cheap for this outrageously powerful effect. This is really strong. If nobody has removal, then you're just not playing the game. Yeah, but it dies to removal, so it must be pretty bad. I don't know if enough people have, like, actual artifact removal. It's a floodgate, aka stacks. Yeah. Non-reserve list, so dirt cheap. It only has 1 printing, though. Even if it was on the reserve list, it'd probably still be $1.50. Yeah, everything dies to removal. What a weird card to end the show on. Very unusual looking. Get them at FusionGamingOnline.com. You could get it for 5% less, so it'd be like 7 cents. 7 cents off. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. Now, remember, this is the last time it's at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time with the new time slot. And you have to forgive me. I may not even remember to start the show at the times that I'm plotting out here. But we're now doing it Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time for the morning crowd. Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we're going to have morning shows. We are going to have evening shows from here on out. We'll try that out. We're actually going back to 9 o'clock. We used to do that years ago. So we're going back to 9 o'clock. Of course, thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat so other people can be part of the show. And of course, thank you everyone for your suggestions, your wonderful, amazing suggestions. Like people like from Argentina, Mercenary. We got Durs of the Dark, Argentina, Christopher B, Chris Bonehead, Dan right there, who's there the entire time, Mappius, Benjamin Berkey, Ferginka, Jess, Steve Cooper, Henaria, Olga Adaptus. We got Media Star Dream, Jeff. Who else we got here? I think got Spectral Maniac and Olga, and many more. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep bringing those coffees. We're going to keep bringing up the magic. In fact, we're going to have coffee in the morning from now on. And I will see you at the next cup.